Okay, welcome back to the show, and this week for WWE, I'm just going to focus on the Unforgiven card. Tomorrow night is the big pay-per-view in Cleveland, Ohio. 8 p.m. Eastern Time is the start time of the pay-per-view. You can watch it on pay-per-view. However, if you can't order it on pay-per-view, if you don't have pay-per-view capabilities, you can watch it on WWE.com. You can buy it right now. And one of the neat things about ordering a pay-per-view on WWE.com is that you get some old matches, from throughout the years of the WWE and any other promotion, and you can watch that, when you order the pay-per-view. Now, here are the matches that you can watch if you buy Unforgiven on WWE.com. From Unforgiven 03, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler against the Coach and Al Snow. From Unforgiven 04, Shawn Michaels and Kane. Unforgiven 05, Matt Hardy against Edge inside the steel cage. From 06, Randy Orton against Carlito. And from last year's Unforgiven, Great Khali, Batista, and Rey Mysterio. And it's only $39.95, which I think is a good deal right there. So let's get to the card for tomorrow night's show. There are 6 matches in total, which is a little bit rare for a WWE pay-per-view. They usually like to have 8 or 9 on the card, but we're going to go from, I guess you could say, the bottom to the top, and I guess I'll give you my picks as well as to who's going to win these matches. The World Tag Team Championship will be defended as Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase will defend the titles against Crime Time. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've sort of liked the Crime Time gimmick for a long time, and I've felt, the first time around when they were in WWE, that they should have had the tag team titles. Now that they've been back and they're probably more popular than they've ever been, excuse me, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, hey, this is their time. Their time has come. They've paid their dues. They've sacrificed a lot of things, and it's their time to hold the tag team titles. Well, to me, and I like Crime Time, I really do, I think they're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. I think Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase are going to stay the World Tag Team Champions and continue this feud, this rivalry, because this is in its early stages, really, and I think this one should go a little bit longer. Maybe wait till the next pay-per-view or the one after that. In the muchly anticipated, unsanctioned match, Shawn Michaels against Chris Jericho. Now, for those of you who had not heard this past week, Shawn Michaels tore his tricep when he took a fall. Well, he didn't take a fall. He was chasing Jericho, and he fell awkwardly, when he hit the floor, and that's how he tore his tricep. Now, Shawn Michaels, being the veteran that he is he's going to wrestle this match tomorrow night with Chris Jericho. Now, I have said up the butt for the last month, so maybe more, this is the best rivalry in wrestling, and this may be the rivalry of the year. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this realistic injury, or realistic, but anyway, that injury adds, I think, to a little bit more. And at first, I think a lot of us, including myself, were thinking this is going to be the end of the rivalry. But I think that the writers have found an excuse to say, hey, you know what? This can go on just a little bit longer, but it could be played up perfectly. So in this match, I think Shawn Michaels wins it, and I believe that we will not see either Jericho or Michaels the next night on Raw. Well, we obviously won't see Michaels for a while, but I would say, if I was a booker, I would have Jericho off a Raw this coming Monday and bring him back the next week. The Divas Championship on the line, Michelle McCool against Maryse. What else is there to be said? Michelle McCool is going to stay champion, I do believe. Now then, on to the scrambles that we will see tomorrow night in Unforgiven. 3 scramble matches, 3 championships, all 20-minute time limit matches. Now, the rules are just so confusing. From what I could understand, it will start with 2 men. every 5 minutes, somebody else will come in until all 5 have entered. So at any time during the match, you can score a pinfall or a submission on your opponent, and you are the intermediate WWE champion or World Heavyweight champion or ECW champion. Whoever is the champion at the end of 20 minutes, the last guy that scored the fall, will be the official champion. Now, I'm wondering how, because my friend Adam, who does TitleHistories.com, which you should all go to, great website if you're into title histories, I'm wondering, how is that going to work out? Are they going to put in there, oh, well, Shelton Benjamin, won the WWE title, he had like a 3-minute reign, and then somebody else. I'm not really sure. That was brought up on another podcast. I think it was the Pro Wrestling Blog podcast who brought that up this week. But let's look at all 3 of the scramble matches. Going to start off with the ECW title. Mark Henry, the champion, going up against Matt Hardy, Chavo Guerrero, Finlay, and The Miz. Now, this one, I do believe, of the 3, I think this is the one where you're going to see more than likely the title change hands. I think with The Miz, he's been really good lately with John Morrison. I don't think it's his time right now. With Finlay, same with him. I don't think it's his time. Chavo Guerrero's already had a reign as ECW champion, and that really wasn't that memorable. So it comes down really to Mark Henry and Matt Hardy. Now, Mark Henry, believe it or not, he's been a so-so champion, but I think it's Matt Hardy's turn to have the ECW title around his waist, and I think they're going to let him have the title. I think Matt Hardy wins that match. Now, the World Heavyweight Championship Scramble. CM Punk, the champion, Rey Mysterio, Batista, Kane, and JBL are the opponents. We could say right now, let's put Kane and JBL off of this list. They're not going to win the scramble. I think that's the obvious bet. So it comes down to Punk, Mysterio, and Batista. I don't think Mysterio, even though he hasn't wrestled a match in like 2+ months, I don't think putting the belt on him would be a good move. Mysterio, I don't think, needs the title at the moment. Plus, he's in a feud with Kane, so I wouldn't put the belt on him. To me, I think the original ending, to me, from what I could see, was going to be Batista winning the title. But I don't think it's going to be Batista. I think CM Punk stays the World Heavyweight Champion. I think that will happen. I think Punk will be the only one of the original champs that stays the champion. And then the WWE Championship Scramble. This one, I think, is the most wide open. I think any of the 5 can win it. Triple H, Shelton Benjamin, Jeff Hardy, MVP, Brian Kendrick. Honestly, any one of those 5 could win this match. That's how deep the talent is. And if you think about it, of the 3 scramble matches, SmackDown has the best one. They have the best one. I don't really know. This is a tough one. Because you got so many... I don't... As much as I like Shelton Benjamin, I don't think Benjamin's going to win the match. He's got the U.S. title already. I just don't see him winning the title. I'm going to give you a shocker. I think Brian Kendrick's going to win the WWE title. I've just liked the gimmick that he's had since he's come over to SmackDown. It's been very good, very entertaining. And you know what? Even if it's a short reign of like a couple weeks, to say Brian Kendrick held the WWE Championship would in itself be an accomplishment, I think, to his career. So I'm going to pick Brian Kendrick to win the WWE title scramble match. So that is the card for Unforgiven. And next week, we'll look at the results. TNA and Ring of Honor